Greetings, Star Children. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, for Shanti. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. I wanted to be able to connect today. I think, oh my God, right on here. Yes, indeed, for Shanti. We have really high frequencies coming in, so I wanted to do a transmission for the collective consciousness. Listen to you. Yes, and okay. Guess I'm teenage different. I'm getting started on Facebook. I want to be able to connect into the heart space. I'm going to do transmissions for Goddess Isis. Translations, we have lots of photonic light coming in right now. So I wanted to be able to get up and to bring in what I'm transmitting through the energy field through my super quantum computer system. As you can tell, I just get up and I just do my transmissions. So connecting into the pure source codes, photonic light, ultraviolet frequencies is what's coming in and streaming in. Major timeline collapses, so in the collectives, everything will collapse because the light, the solar flares, and the photonic light coming in is so powerful. So powerful that it's most likely going to collapse everything for everything to realign. And so I hope everyone is feeling the energies today. Major dissolving the ego, lots of the ego dissolving. So I'm going to do a translation from Goddess Isis, connecting to pure source codes, and this is pure source embodiment, source sun codes. So I had Nicole just send me a beautiful transmission, and I'll share it later on. I'll put it on my community page too as well. A beautiful student that's just opening up and bringing in huge transmissions, doing her work that for the collective consciousness, building crystal grids and bringing in light codes and stepping way outside of her box and working with her higher self. So I'm really excited. Everyone's doing massive work, and then most likely my other beautiful students will be sharing their grids, so crystal grids, and then also their light codes too as well. So I'll be sharing them. I wanted to be able to connect. Connecting into the heart centers. I'm going to be connecting and translating for Isis. This translation is pure, the frequency, the purest frequency of her. So I'm just letting you know, I'm going to start flowing with it and let you guys open your heart to receive the transmission through your higher heart chakra. I want you guys just to open up and to receive. Goddess Isis is connected to the Christic Sophia energy matrix. This is the 1,000 names of the Divine Mother. The High Priestess. Isis was a high priestess. She was actually a very high priestess of the Divine Mother, the goddess, the Holy Mother race. An angelic human race, and then also multiple origins too as well. So I'd like everyone just to connect, and I also will be connecting to her twin ray too as well, which her twin ray is Osiris. The god of the sun and source. I'd like everyone just to open the heart centers. I'm just going to bring in the purest frequency and translations of Goddess Isis. We are working through a star diamond portal. This is a star diamond portal, so it's going to access inside of you. Everything in the planet is accessed within inside of us. So planetary access, there's a lot going on out there in the cosmos. Senti de fusho kusanti, senti de kusanti fusho kushanakata, senti de fushanti de kusanti. We're going to translate Gusha fusho kushanti no koyana dervanakasanti. Purest translation. So I'd like for you just to visualize the sapphire light ray opening up into the higher heart chakra, transmitting sapphire light, ultraviolet photonic light, gamma light, opening up into the heart chakras. This is a transmission for pure source embodiment, and that's what Isis brought in through the quantum computer system. It's just like a translation from a multidimensional higher self of mine. Full embodiment activated Isis's DNA a long time ago. So I'm just going to bring in the transmissions through the transmissions, and then also we're connecting to the world, the God world, if you want to say, God consciousness. So source embodiment and God consciousness codes. The world of God. So like everyone, just to relax, I'm just going to go into the translations. And the translations is language of light for those of you that are just now awakening to codes and language of light, vibrational frequency, speaking and healing and angelic healing, quantum healing, goddess healing, God's healings, however you want to perceive it. It's a pure source transmitter and a transmitter source. And just open up into your heart space, and we'll just allow the transmissions to come in from the God consciousness networks. Geshanti de Fushano Kushanti and Okuena, the Devano Kusantina, and the Devano Kushanti. Santi de Focus, Santi de Kishanakatan, the Devoko Kushana Kushanakati, Santina Kuna, the Rafanaka Santina Kushanti, Gishanti de Kushanakata, Santina Kuena, the Devanaka Santina Kushanakati, Santina Foko Shanakadan, the Devoko Santi de Kisanti de Fushakati, Yasantina Kushanakata. Santina Koyana, the Devoko Santida Ki Santida Kushana Katina Kashandia Kata, Shantida Fusha Kusana, Santina Kana, the Devoko Santi, Shantina Kushana Kushantina Kana, the Devoko Santa Kasantina Kana Kosana Kati, Gisanti, Shantina Fusha Kushana Kana, the Devoko Sana Kana, the Devoko Santida Kisanti, Shantina Kushana Kushana Katan, the Devoko Santa Kati, Shantina Koyana, Gasantina Kana, Shantina Koyana, Garan Pokoya Kasanta Kata. Gesantina Kushanti over Shakata. Gesantina Fona. Gesantina Fushukuchi. Shanta Kana, the Devoko Santina Kana, the Devanaco Santina Ki. Shantina Kana, the Devanaco Sana, the Devano Koyana. Dadan Dinaki. Shantina Kona. Gishantina Fushukuti. Santina Koko Shano Kushano Quina, and the Devanaka Santina Ki Santi. Shantina Kana, the Devanakata. Giono, the Devoko Shantina Kana. Santina ki shofo shokatina ko shantina ki ko nondervo ko nakati. Santida fo shantina ki. Sanaka nandervo ko sanakata. Ge santida ku shantina ko nakati. Ge shanakata. Ge santida fo shakati. Ge shana. Shantina ko shano ko shanakata. Derevano ko santi. Santina ki shofo shoko yakayakata. Santina ko nakana derevana ko santina ko santi. Shantina kana dervo ko kasanakata. Gisinti de Fushantina Kati. Descentana Kata. Gasantina Kushanti Shafosakadan, the Devokusan Kusantina Kati. Santina Kunukunan the Vanakota. Gasanti de Fushanakatan, the Vanakati. Gasana Yokoyana. Gasantina Kasantina Fushakati. Santina Kana the Devokusanakata. Shantina Ki Kashantina Kushafoshakushina Katan, the Vanakata. Santina Ki. Gasantina Funukata. Shantina Katan Kushanti. Shanti de Fushino Kushino Kushina Katandere Fokusanti. Santina fosho koshana katan dere foko santina kiana dere vanokona. Santina kieshe fosho koshantina kono kuna dakata. Santina fo koshana kanan dere foko santi. Santina fo shantina kanan dere foko santina kia kosho koshantina koshantina fosho katan dere foko nakatan. Santina kio kosantina kishanti. Shantina kanan dere foko sana koshantina kasan foko shana katan dere foko nakati. Gisinti fosho nokota. Santina kia ka sentina koshana kana derevana ka santa. Shantina kwe shantina foshano koena derevana ko santina kia ka santina fona kata. Santina fo shantina kisha foshakati. Shantana kana derevana ko santina kia na derevana ko santina kia santina kishanta kati. Santina kia ka santina kana derevana ko sanakati. Shantina foshana kana derevana ko shantina kisha foshakata. Santina kana derevana ko nokoti. Santina kana undere fanaka santina kesha foshuka nakatan dere fuku santina kese foshuka tana fuku nakata. Santina kese santina foshuka tere fuku nakati. Santa kata. Ge santina fishanti. Shantina foshuka tina kushana kushana kana andere vanako santina ke santina kushantina kia kuna kata. Santina kata. Shantina kana dere fuku santina ka shantina ko kashana kati. Santina kunu kata. Dere fanako santina kana. Dere fantina ko shakati. Shantina kushana kona, the focus santina ki santina kusha fosha kushin to kushana kata. Santina fo shantina kia kushana kata, the focus santina kiana. Santina fusho kushana kana, the ko santina kia kata. Santina fo shanakati. Santina kona, ge santina fontina kushantina kushantana kana, the focus santi. Shantina kashanakati. Shantina fo shanakata, the focus santi. Shantina kushana koena, the vanako santina kisha fo shanakati. Kaka sana katan derifuko na katerifuko santi. Santina kisha kata. Santina kosha na kanan derifuko santina ke santina foshantia na katan derifuko sana. Santina foshanti defoshan no koshanti. Kiana derivana kata. Santina kanan derifantina koshan to koshantanti e kono koena derivana kasanti o koshanti. Shantia kana kanan derivana kasantina kanan derakati. Shantina kusha fosho koshana kata. Santina kiyoko sentine fotina kushanti defo kana kata. Santina kana de foko santina kia koshantana katana kashantina koshanto koshantina kia kata. Santina foshanto koshantina kusantina kisha fokushakata. Santina foshakatina kishantina kishantu kashakatan de fokoshanti. Kiana de vanaka santa. Santina kisha foshakatina kishantina kisha koina de vanaka santina kia kashanta. Shantina kana de fokusinda. Gesinti fana. Santina katantina kishanta. Santina foshantina kishantu foshakotina koshana kanan de focus santina kisantina kishantina kono kona. Santina katan de focusanta. Shantina kono de vanu kona de focus santina kisantina kona katina kishantina kasana. Santina kushanta kotu koshakana koshkotakati. Santina fona kata. Santina kushantu kusha fokashana kanan de focusana kata de focusana kati. Gisantina foshano koshana kata. Santina katan de focusanti. Shantina kishana kata. Giyo kasana kishiyo shakata. Gishantiri fokusanti. Shantiri fokasana kata. Shantiri fishano kashana kata. Dere fokasana kata. Shantiri kushantina kishana kata. Dere fokusanti fushantu kushana kushana kata. Dere fokasana kata. Santiri ki. Shantiri fushana kata. Dere fokusanti kia ko shantina kia kata. Dere fokuno kota kata. Santiri ki shifushu kushantiri fushakono kata. Dere fokasana kati. Santiri kishiti fushakata kati. Santire fushuku kona kaukoshana katan de fukosanta. Santire keshanti fushaka de fukosantire kisi fushaka takati. Santire kanan de fanaka santire nakata. Santine shefushana katan de fukosantire kisi de fukosana kata. Yishana kata. De funa kasanti. Yesana. Nesantire fushuku de fukosana kati. This transmission is a pure source, a pure deep purification through light codes of the God world, God consciousness light. When you see it, you'll be able to see universes and galaxies falling all over you, coming in through your pineal gland. All you will see is universes and galaxies of the God world. The universal echic system. Says pure source, purification. I'm sending healing to all of the children. To awaken the children of light and awaken the children of the sun. It's time for you guys to move through the matrices to a higher density earth. Many of you have already been rescued on different platforms of the Aurora platforms to go to a higher density, to move out of the matrix. Out of a phantom matrix. Some of you might have a few years, some of you might have 10 years. That's very true. Some of you guys might have 20 years. But it's okay because it's a purification process for you to activate your 12 crystalline DNA strands. It's for you to repair your strands so you can return to your angelic human self. God DNA, solar DNA. So it is a process. As long as you stand in resistance with inside of you, then most likely it will take some of us longer. Listen to the Fusakati. You have to just open your heart. Listen to the Fukasana. Listen to the Fusakati. Lift your veils and to see that it's just removing softwares. All you're doing is just moving programming from a phantom matrix. And that's all that it is. So hopefully you guys will be able to move fast from it and open your hearts more and love yourself more, love others, generosity and kindness. Separation and judgment. Remove those veils very quickly if you can. And that's only within inside of you. It's a 360-degree mirror system in order for you to wake up. Everything is your reflection, and then one day it's not. That's when you fully step out of resistance. You unlock those keys for source. That's a key, that's a source key. And then you can move out. We're going to activate the God DNA. Full embodiment of the God DNA is full service for humanity only. The God DNA and God Self templates. The solar deities. Full embodiment is for full service. Full service templates for all of humanity. Waking up for humanity, for full service for humanity, for the Divine Mother, Divine Father, and then the Divine Son, Trinity Gates. Living and breathing as source, as creator selves. God consciousness breathes for all. When we wake up, we breathe, and when we breathe and we activate, it's for all of you. The light is in your heart. You are already healed in wholeness. That is just your separation. Emanate the light from your heart and open your heart. Millions of petals of the gold lotus of the sun. Your body is the Christ's sun, Christ's star. We're returning to stars. You are a star in a galaxy, in a universe. All you see is physical form. Remove that veil. Remember your energy and vibration. They are a frequency, a pure frequency of vibration. You're a multidimensional being. Open the light from your heart, that you are all children of the light. All beings here on the planet are pure and are children of the light. It is the Phantom Matrix that we're dissolving here in this now. Yes, Santi. Santi na Krishna Kata. Yes, Santi the focus, Santi the Santi. Shanta Fokosha Naki, Koyano, Yananda Focus, Santi the Shukuti. Santi the Krishna Kata. We're removing the veil of separation. Where you are separated, you are split into millions of pieces. Yishufosha Katina Kasanti. Shantina Kishana Katanda Focus, Santi. Gesananda Focus Sanakata. Santina Fushakatina Kishakati. It is your soul consciousness, your oversouls that are coming in to put you back together, to piece you back together. Do the Fushan do Fushakata Katina Kishufushakatana Fokasanakata. Yes, and Tidifunukata. Santi Fushan no Kushana Katita Kishana, the Fokasanti Ashakata. Shantini Shifushakushandakata, the Fokasanti. We want to unify through source and source templates and source consciousness. Yes, Santi Kisana. Shanti Fusha Kushukoyana, the Vanakosanakata. Santi Kukashanakata. Santi Fushana, the Vokosan to Santi Fusha, the Vokosanakati. Shanteka Sanakatan, the Vokosanti. Remember that you are the light and you are the sun. You are the Christ of stars. That you are stars. When you're finished here, you're just going to return to a star. You should do Santi Kisanti, you shakatan, the Vanakata. You Santi Fushanokana. Santina, the Vokosanta Kishafushakata. Santina Kishan to the Fushan, no Kushu to Kushan to Fukasanakatan, the Vanakasanti, Aishanakana. Shantina Fushanakati. Gisanakata. Some of you are universes and galaxies. Gishantinukata. Gisanti Fushno Kushanakata, Fukasanakata, the Fukasanti. Santika Santika Shakatan, the Vokasanakata. Santina Fushno Kushanakati. Remember the light within your heart. Kushanakatan, the Fukasanti. Remember your Christed heart centers. That way you can breathe again. You can breathe in freedom. Blissful states of consciousness and happiness. Harmonious living, harmonious realities. Shanti devotion of question akata, the devocation akata, and the devocation is devotion akata. Santi devotion akoshanti. Shanti nakashana kata, and the devocation akati. Gishanakata, Gisantakati, Gisanti. You want to activate your heaven on earth gate system. So that's a higher density. It's a higher density earth plane that you guys are all transitioning to. So a lot of you guys are going to be experiencing a lot of upgrades. And your human self's not going to be okay with everything. And it's very true. So the human parts of you are going to be all over the place. And then some of you guys are going to be able to expand really big and to feel all the love within your body from source. From God consciousness currents coming in and all the photonic light. Some of you guys will be expanded as we are. We are really expanded. And really, really, really expanded in love. It's really beautiful right now. So hopefully you guys will be able to tune into it. All of you guys have your support and your oversouls. And the gods were just full embodied oversouls. And some were avatars too as well. So they were just angelic humans. Which is funny. But you're just going to have to learn some galactic history. If you actually go and read about it. And some of us were just like us. It's actually really beautiful to have them around too as well. Some were bigger. I remember being very large, but it was in a higher parallel Earth system. It wasn't in a Phantom Matrix. So a lot of you guys are just going to have to relax and realize that you're in a rehab. A lot of you guys have been transitioned to the Aurora platforms. So yeah, you are in what we call purification, rehabilitation right now from us. And then we go back in and we get the ones that we need to through Phantom Matrix. That is our missions here. My mission's a little bit different, but I'm having fun with all of you. So I'll just bring transmissions in, but I'm here more for the sun. So, and the whole matrix. Yeah. The whole universal time matrix. So I have fun with you guys. I know my contracts and my memories is for the universal time matrix. So I can help and assist, I guess, but that would be more of my husband's roles. It's more to help people transition out of the phantom matrix, and I'm here for the actual big one. I'm here for the big. I'm here for the big. Yeah, the big adjustments. So I said, and that's going to be more of the planetary and then the universal systems. Yeah. So, well, at least I would have to say, I do know my contract, so you never know what's going to happen when you open up enough and to release resistance from your heart and you're able to activate your strands. You'll be able to receive your contracts here and what you came here for. Or maybe it'll just show up on your Merkaba screen and that's where it's located. So pay attention to your super quantum computer system or your Merkaba screen because that's where you'll be able to receive all of your galactic missions, your highest purposes, and then also all of your contracts here too as well. And then some you can release. So I wanted to be able to tune in and to tell you all that I love you. And this is my fun stuff. And then the other stuff is a little bit more intense. So dream state is really vivid. So I don't know if anybody wants to work with me, but we work as a family together, as a family of light. So I am doing lots of transmissions with Goddess Isis if you guys want to share, and then I'll build something for the Starseed Evolution channel and we can put it up there. Any crystal grids or any codes that you guys are actually doing for humanity, I would really love that. And then we can kind of make a big, something really beautiful to anchor in, like a light grid. And you can send it in. I can always make, I can make a video and then we can activate people as a light grid. But I wanted everyone to be able to connect into the heart centers today. Goddess Isis, I believe, might be for a few months. So I'm going to bring in transmissions every day for all of you guys. It is just the Divine Mother Networks, which is the Christic Sophia, and that's that would be the crystalline energy matrix, but there's a diamond energy matrix, and then there's a higher density earth system with the Christic Sophia networks, and that is going to, you can call it the Aurora systems, but I'm going to call it the Andromedan platforms, okay? Those that do know about the galactic history here on the planet. And it's okay, you'll be led to the history eventually. And just remember that too as well, or you'll organically bring it in. There's a few things coming through with Goddess Isis for us all to connect that right now, because of the planetary alignments, all of the energies coming in, it's really intense for dream states and dream work. So if anyone wants to share their experiences, I was thinking maybe we could do a 30-day dream work experience and to bring in what's needed. And it is for releasing and surrendering and moving through your veils and clearing your subconscious and your unconsciousness too as well. What is subconscious and unconscious, and then also ancient memories and unlocking keys and ancient keys. And we can work with Isis and whoever you feel comfortable with. It really doesn't matter. You do have a higher self, but it's a multidimensional reality experience. So I just want you to know you can activate any lineages and any strands that you want to. Whatever is dormant inside of you can transmit and to come on. So it's okay. We all just sit and activate each other. So it's a multidimensional collective experience at this point. It's collectives and planetary and universal. So if you want to, you can activate an Andromedan galaxy inside of you, and that could be your new higher self. So I'm just letting you know that's actually how beautiful we are as a human species. So please just remember that too. So if anyone wants to do dream work and we can share and connect, I feel like that would be good for 30 days in order to bring in what we need to in clearing through the subconscious. Clearing through the subconscious is going to be fear. So everything I'm working with Isis is removing fear out of the body of humanity, and that's actually what we're doing. Removing the fear programming, removing that virus, victimization energies, separation, anger, and hatred. Everyone with that anger and hatred and separation and judgment within inside of them is really just inside of you. It has nothing to do with whatever it is that you're looking externally on. Those that have expanded in consciousness and have been able to open up major portals with Source. Source will show you that it really is just you, because you would have to understand the 360-degree mirror system that you're in too as well. And some people call it the prison system, and then there's ways out, but it is through opening your heart, and you are going to have to do your work, and you will have to be fully responsible and accountability for who you are and your actions, and you'll have to, in a sense, grow up into the fifth dimension and into the 12th dimension. So this is for us to be able to grow and to return to full light beings within inside of us, not just halfway there. So I will tell you, it's a transition. That's why I tell you is that it is a transition. I was unconscious at one point too, but I chose to surrender every day, and I chose to surrender and surrender, and I surrender every single day, and I surrender, and I don't believe anything that my ego tells me or anything that keeps me separated from the embodiment of the purest being that we are, if you want to say we are. Because you would see an I am. I don't use I am. It's a we are. So it's a collectives. We are at a we are at this point. So a we, which is the collective consciousness. So I'd like to see if you guys want to, those that are family on here, because we have Angie and Ara, and we have beautiful people that have been traveling to Egypt lately. So thank you for everything you guys have been doing too as well. Being able to connect. Not all of us have been able to go, but you have to understand, if we're not going, it's because we have a high purpose where we are right now. So those that are in the United States really does have a lot of veils to lift. So we do need to be here. So hopefully you guys would be able to expand on that. There's a lot of artificial intelligence, lots of veils, and really deep veils here that need to be lifted on the planet. And Goddess Isis will be able to tune as we clear our subconscious and our unconscious. We're actually deprogramming as vortexes, and then that would be contracts for a little while, and then we would be able to shift. So there are purposes here, and there's lots of City of Lights and beautiful vortexes here in the United States too. So everyone is doing their part and following their star maps, and it is the star maps and blueprints within inside of you in order for you. A lot of you guys that were in recycled, a lot of you guys pretty much wouldn't know if you were stuck in a recycled phantom matrix. A lot of people come and work with me, and I do tell them the truth, and I said, you're one of them that has been here in a matrix and been recycled over and over again. So the transition is moving through the contracts, but you have to understand you have to surrender, and you will have to surrender to opening your heart and to releasing anger and hatred and fear and separation and all of your victimization energies and lots of programming. I'm here just as a transmitter, and that's it. So I just sit here and go into your records and your blueprints, and I can see everything. I can see all your records, and your Akashic records is your recycle of how many times you came in here. The reason why you have your blueprints and your contracts of what you have here that you have to work through. You would have to understand that, but it is a beautiful process if you just surrender to the highest version of you too as well, which is that pure, advanced, luminous light being, which is inside of you. If you guys want to, I will tell you this, there's beautiful places here on the planet that we can all transition to, but I feel like we should go to where we're needed the most. So I'll be here in the United States until my higher self says that we don't have to be here anymore. And I'm here as a light mission, and I have a huge council with me, and we're here to get stuff done, and we don't play around. So for right now, we're here in New Mexico, and we're in North Carolina. So obviously if we were there, then we were called there. So it's very true. Whatever needs to be readjusted. So opening the heart centers, and to be honest with you, what we are doing in this point is everything that we can do in order to purify all of the fear virus, the fear frequencies, anything from the phantom matrix too as well, in order to transmute, if you want to say, but to clear distortions. And we do a lot of stuff as vortexes too as well, and then we make huge light grids to hold a space to clear these distortions. But we don't allow anything in a lower frequency We do not allow an ego inside of the spaces anymore. So that's just what it is. So if anyone wants to come together in light, let's come together in light. And I'm working with Isis right now with deep purification with the divine feminine contracts and taking these contracts fully online for all of the children. For the children of the light, which is everyone to me on the planet, and then also for children too as well. So you have to, we have to be able to open up. But for right now, Isis and I, in a sense, are pairing together. It's a transmission of source. I'm just transmitter, and then we're transmitting with source and God consciousness. And you would just have to understand how everything works. Is that we're going to be working on purification, deep purification, cellular purification of fear, anger, hatred, judgment, separation, victim energies, manipulation energies, so much stuff. And it's okay if you're separated. It's okay because those are softwares. You have to realize that it's just releasing out of your body. And hopefully you don't pay into the veils and the illusions of what's being said or told about you, because how do you know that it's a consciousness grid? So you would have to understand that most likely it's not even you, it's something that was said to you or programmed into you through your whole life and your childhood. So it's actually really simple. And then when you start clearing your ancient memories and clearing the distortions from ancient memories, that would be your contracts of recycles, some of you. And then some of us are not contracts of recycle. Some of us are walk-ins too. And there's other different indigos too. And I'm just going to say all of us that are light star beings that are here too as well. So I always say open the heart center and to unify very fast. Okay, see what you can do to unify with inside of you and unify as fast as possible. So dream work is important, and if anyone wants to assist in holding that light space, bringing codes and light codes, and that's all you do. You can draw, you can build crystal growths, doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you feel like you want to help lift those deep programs out of the collective consciousness too as well, and that just would be the collectives. So thank you guys so much, and I'll be back on tomorrow or the next day. I have a few things that I'm doing, so when it comes in, we'll be releasing it. So see what you can do in your subconscious to move through your subconscious fears. How can you release anger and hatred and aggression? And if it comes up today, that's good. Honor it and have a sacred space of honoring every part of you and every part that is separated inside of you. If you honor it, you can unify. Okay? So see if you can get up, walk around, and kind of move out of it, and lots of self-talking. Yes, so sending so much love. Thank you for connecting to New Soul Family. So I'm definitely calling in the highest light and the highest of the highest light to be able to connect so we can shift. A lot of people are going to need space holders too as well, sacred space holders, because there's many collapses in the collective consciousness right now, and it's only going to get even more intense because a lot of you guys are purifying also. Yes, going to purify from a phantom matrix. So I love you. Have fun. Then we're here to hold the light space and sending so much love to everyone. Listen to you. Shantana.